Alright folks, welcome to this exciting video where you once again join me in this wild landscape of Scotland. And today I've just come up like a random little track at the side of the field. It looks like this. You can hardly tell it's a track. And I'm near the Cortachy area in Scotland here today. And a cool thing that I've noticed up ahead, I had no idea it would be at the end of this track. But look, there's an ancient standing stone on the peak of that hill right there, folks. And it looks like one of these old standing stones that predates even the Pictish stones. These are some ancient landmarker from a time gone by, pre-history. It's a history in time that we hardly even know a lot about. But it's cool to come and video stones like this and document them when we've never seen them before on the channel. I love a fresh adventure like this. And sometimes I would head all the way up into the wilderness and find nothing, so it's been so cool on this adventure that I've found this. A bit of undocumented history in an ancient Scottish standing stone. So this is a typical kind of wild Scottish hill. This is what a lot of estates look like. Around the Angus area and stuff, in the Angus Glens. There's just a lot of amazing landscape like this, and I love it at this time of year when autumn sets in. It's one of the best times for exploring. There's a lot of spiders and stuff, but apart from that, the terrain is a lot more easier to navigate. And all the grass and all these weeds that were growing just a couple of months ago, they're all dying back. Adventures like this become accessible. I can't believe the size of this standing stone, folks. It looks a lot bigger than some of the other ones that we've visited on previous videos. And it looks like it's in this tatty field here. Wow, look how many sheep's over here. This landscape is just breathtaking. It's almost like there's been a wee house or something here at one time. It's hard to even know. The gateposts at the roadside had 1861 written on them. And then this track kind of let in. And I thought, I wonder if there's anything up the track if I just keep going. And then on the horizon I noticed this stone. That's how I thought it's worth putting the camera on, doing a short wee video. It's almost, this standing stone here is almost between Cortachy and Crozon. And we'll just make our way along and go up between the trails. To the landowner and the farm owner here, we come with the greatest of respects. I'll do absolutely no harm to the field here. And we document the history, then we're on our way. I can actually hear somebody shooting. Maybe the farmer. I don't know if the gunshots even come out on the audio there, but they're coming from this direction over here somewhere. Yeah, check this thing out, folks. We'll head up this way. Here it is, folks. It's just incredible. These stones were always put on a pinnacle of land on a high point. They can be seen from miles around. Look at that, folks. The tatties that's exposed to the sunlight there, they go green. Often that's caused by heavy rain. It knocks off the top soil, causing the toppings to go green. Green tatties are obviously no use, folks, but yeah, there'll still be a healthy crop within this field. It's some good farmland here in the Angus Glens. Look at this standing stone though, folks. It's just a crazy scene. I can't even believe the size of this stone. Wow. Look at it, folks. It looks like it's either it's got wind or water erosion on it. Here's an interesting point. With some of the other standing stones that we've visited kind of around Scotland, they've got this seam through them, which is like a quartz seam. Look, here's another one leading through here. It's a crazy grey rock, almost a grey sandstone. Wow, what a massive stone this is. And there's me just standing normally, and look, it's above my head height. What a crazy structure. You can actually see the quartz seams leading right up there, right through. It's a crazy stone. There's different theories as to what these stones could be. Some people believe the pyramid was like some sort of like free energy transmitter, and some of these stones with the high quartz contents were like repeaters. It was almost like a free energy from a pre-civilization that we don't even know about nowadays. But I just love seeing them and imagining back when they put this here, the technology they had, and I'm imagining them here with like kind of a wooden cart of some sort, probably pulled by like an ox, or maybe pulled by a horse, or even a bull back in the days. And they probably brought this stone from somewhere. In this glen of like clover and that, which we stand at the foot of just now, and like also the foot of Prosen, there is evidence of glaciation, which caused a lot of massive stones like this to be deposited at the end of the Ice Age. The stones are deposited all the way down the glen, but it's like at a later time than that, this stone's been brought from an area where it was deposited, and it's been brought here, and it's been put on this pinnacle of land. But like I've said already, it is cool to imagine the history, even with a stone like this. Like, so many years has passed. There's so many like theories as to what it could have been and why it was placed here, but it's so cool that the farmer leaves it here and doesn't move it. See, the interesting thing, you can see the layers of quartz, and literally it's like a piece of like lined paper or something. They're just through it the whole way. It's almost like they've selected a special rock. And it's been a unique big rock they've found and they've chosen to bring here, which is so cool. And then they've stood it up on its end, and it's crazy because it looks wider at the top than what it even is at the bottom, because of this stone's location as well. It's crazy, just the wind coming down off these hills. I do apologise if there's wind in the audio, but sometimes with these adventures it's just like full send into the wild landscape of Scotland, and I never know what I'm going to see. It's crazy that there's always something on offer. A stone like this, there's just some sort of history, and it blows my mind off, and just thinking back to the times when things like this was put here. That's what I love about these adventures. And I can hear a buzzard. There's actually a buzzard in the sky. It probably when I come out on the footage, but it's just swirling around there, and that'll be what's actually spooked the sheep, because the sheep were just chill, and then they all took off away across there. But that buzzard's just circling, probably looking for rats, mice. Those sheep are a bit big for the buzzard to come and carry off, like, but I do hear about lambs and stuff getting taken by birds of prey. It's just one of these things in nature, folks. The birds of prey are some of the craziest wild animals you get around here. They're just always out hunting, and you see them regularly when you're driving around these roads. They sit on top of the fence posts, big buzzards, and even red kites is quite a common bird of prey around here. The atmosphere of the land and stuff at this time of year, with the grey sky and just the colour of the trees, and the nature you see when you're out, and then the ancient history hidden within all this, folks. That's what makes the adventure, and that's what makes all these places so special. It looks like this stone has got nothing like really like carved into it, which is just typical of stones from that ancient period. But it's been cool to come and document another wee bit of Scottish history. It does just amaze me, like, all this stuff. I keep on finding just like new things that I've never seen before, and that's what I love about just making little videos to document all this. Right, folks, we'll leave this ancient piece of history in peace, and we'll move on to the next destination for the next adventure. I'm not even sure where I'm going to go. Sometimes when you come to a place like this, you can see another bit of abandoned history in the distance, but today I'm really not seeing anything. There's a little farm over there, but that's the current farm, which will, like, this is his field right now. Shout out if you're watching this video. Wow, that is a red kite. That bird of prey that I've been seeing over there, it's actually flown around this side of the field now, but it's a red kite for sure, and it's a massive bird of prey. Anyway folks, I'll update you once I'm further down. It was a mad mission to come along the side of the river. That road that I was on originally, it was just completely overgrown. But I'm so glad that I just pushed on through it and continued the adventure. Because it just shows you what you can find. Undocumented history, just out there. And each thing, I never know what I'm going to see, and it's all from a different time frame. It blows my mind that there's just abandoned history from all eras just right here on our doorstep. The majestic lands of Scotland, folks. It's a little less windy now that I've come down here. Yeah, I think that red kite, it just makes its way around hunting. It's just scanning the ground as it flies. Probably from wingtip to wingtip. It'll be more than a metre wide for sure. They're an absolutely massive bird. So basically what this is in this field, folks, it's like the potatoes, or tatties as we call them here in Scotland. They've not actually been harvested yet, but they've been prepared for harvest. So they've got like a pulverizer thing that goes along. It's just like got chains or like metal blade things on it, and it hooks, like knocks the shaws off it. And then they come along and spray it to kill off the last of the tatty shaws. So they become that dry, brittle way. And then they come along like a few weeks later, maybe a month later, with a harvester, and then they lift the tatties. And then the machine obviously puts it right into the boxes, and then they take it to the farm for storage until they get sold and shipped out. Or most of them's probably already sold. Or maybe somebody comes to the farm and grades the tatties and like makes sure they're what they're wanting when they're buying them. I'm not actually sure how that side of it works, but yeah, these ones will be out of the ground soon for sure. Check this out, folks. I love this when you're on an adventure and you're trying to navigate through landscape like this. When I first came up here, I wasn't even sure what I was going to find, and it's been so cool to like document that stone there that we did find. It's an ancient bit of history here on the hill, and it's been something fresh for the channel. And just look at this, folks. We're out in the middle of this crazy, beautiful landscape, and I just love it. Again, Scotland's got some of the best scenery and like wildlife anywhere, and I'm so lucky that there's so much history hidden within it to explore. Anyway folks, it's been a short one, but I'll end it here. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you very soon with the next one.